Paul Danan has opened up about his personal life in a new interview, including having shared that he's trying to find the right person to develop a relationship with. The actor, now 45, rose to fame playing the character Saul Patrick on Hollyoaks, with him in a cast of the Channel 4 show from 1997 until 2001. He went on to appear on shows like Celebrity Love Island and Celebrity Big Brother. He reflected on his life whilst on the latest episode of the Danan podcast. Paul looked noticeably different from earlier in his career, with him now sporting curly hair and some facial hair, after having a shorter hairstyle years ago. At one point during the podcast, host Liam Tufts brought up his personal life, asking, "How many women have you slept with in your life?" Paul replied, "That's a good question. I don't know, I think we're definitely, in the higher range. I think we're definitely more than 1,000, yeah." Paul continued in the episode, "I just enjoyed it, and I think Terry's a bad thing. A flip side to that, because now I really miss it." Asked if he's now celibate, he told the podcast host during the discussion, "It just don't happen like it used to." Paul went on to discuss the prospect of dating someone in their 20s or 30s, saying on the podcast, "And you have to be really careful that if you're looking at like 25, 30-year-olds, and they look effing 20, 25, no, is that wrong? Is that right? Are you alright to even kind of fancy someone that's say 25, 30 years old? They're not really on your level because you're 45. And you're talking about different things than they are, and they don't know what the F you're talking about." Addressing the guest's remarks, Liam added in the discussion, "Music tastes are completely different, for example." Paul agreed, with him saying, "Absolutely." He later added after potentially differing film tastes were brought up, "If you don't know who Robert De Niro is, F off." Paul, who has a son from a previous relationship, continued, "I think that's why I've really stayed single, is just like trying to find the right person, you know. The one that I really gel with, that's got my back and I've got theirs. I do think that I'm looking more at the 30 range because for some reason I need to be attracted. I'm not saying that there are 40-year-olds that I'm not attracted to, though." Paul notably took part in the original version of Love Island, which almost 2 decades ago in 2005. He was an islander alongside the likes of Callum Best and Rebecca Lewis. The series was won by Jane Middlemas and Fran Cosgrave. Discussing his experience, he stated on the podcast, "I've never known fame like it. I've never seen people go so mental. 4 years on a soap opera, that was nothing compared to these 6 weeks, in terms of the stature of fame." Liam asked, "So Love Island was the one that skyrocketed you into fame?" Paul, who returned for the second series in 2006, said, "Like ridiculously." He said that it was mental that he was on the cover of magazines and said it became too much, saying that he hadn't ever wanted to be famous. He added, "I just want to be respected as an actor." Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.